Sure if I can. Oh, bugger.
Okay, go! We're here at the house of Vanessa Maskell, and her backyard just has the most lovely hills to roll down. And Gina's just loving it. She just can't stop. She just wants to keep on rolling. All right, Gina. How's that?
Really fun.
Are you going to roll up the hill too?
I don't know.
Way to go. Gina, are you dizzy? I didn't know you had motion sickness.
Very dizzy.
Yeah.
I'm good now, though.
Go ahead, Gina. How about Queen of the Night?
I don't know if I can do it, but let's try. Hold on, let's make a video like...
It's all on. The video's on now.
It's all on?
Yeah, all on, the whole thing.
I'm going to say a few things.
Okay, go ahead, Gina.
I'm going to say it really quick.
Okay.
I love you, Owen. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Great, Gina.
Let me see if I can try something on. Hold on, that wasn't very good. Dissonant chord. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
I guess like that like 7 seconds reverb and everything. Woo! I make it go back. Okay, I was back. Did you have fun? Oh, 100%. Oh my goodness. Now you go back and you do it. funniest skies in southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what?
Goes up 20 meters.
20 minutes?
I only knew about the southern hemisphere photo.
This is Gina on the Sky Swing at the Rotorua, New Zealand skyline. This is the Kia bird, the alpine parrot. Extremely intelligent. As intelligent as a chimpanzee, we're told. We're in the Eglinton Valley here in New Zealand, South Island, and Gina just can't wait to run through the weeds. She loves running through the weeds here in the Eglinton Valley. Yes, and we're about 60 kilometers from Te Anau, where we're heading back. But there are no weeds in Te Anau, and that's the sad thing. But Gina's so happy that she found some along the way. Another frolic amongst the weeds, maybe? Ah! Hi, Gina. That was fun going on that jet boat ride.
Yeah.
Hey, Gina.
Hi, Dad. I'm at Indian Rock here for my 12th year at Pasadena, and I'm having a blast. Well, I had a blast my first year, and I'm having a blast my 12th year. So, yeah.
So this is Emerald Bay at Indian Rock. Okay.
Hello, I'm Gina Kodel, and I'm at the Banyan Central Site, and here, and I'm going to feel like Tarzan for a second. Whee! Okay, I'm good. I had my Tarzan moment. I don't have the strength to go any longer.
I have video on this camera. That's right, Gina Kodel has a camera / video camera. Mom, Jeff, the ruins. Dad's going to the restroom in that thing. Slowly going around, 40 miles per hour.
Can you turn it off?
Not quite yet. Oh, look at how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. Creeper town. That is so cool. Okay, I'm done videotaping. Okay, and so the next day we went to Bora Bora and we stayed 2 days in Bora Bora. Now on the first day, they have it where the boat can go to a private beach. And so Dad, Alan, Monty, and I went there and we snorkeled. And I saw so many fish. I was so amazed because the water was extremely clear. And the fish were all from Finding Nemo, except clownfish. I didn't see any clownfish. But I saw just so many different fish. Butterfly fish. All these different colors, bright colors. And especially these, one fish that definitely caught my eye was this fish. I don't know what it was called, but it was bright. It was highlighter pink, highlighter yellow, and highlighter blue. So bright with black and white. And then another fish that was similar but with no black and white. Absolutely stunning with bright colors. And then later that day we went diving. And so Dad and I went diving shortly after we went snorkeling. It was cool getting on all this stuff. And it's totally led by Frenchmen. And they have very funny accents. I don't think I did that right, but I love how one of them says Gary Kodel. He says, Gary Kodel. Very funny. And our dive master was Matthias, or Matthew in American, Matthias. And so we went down and it was very cool because we saw all these different fish, and it was very cool because you know the fish from Finding Nemo, like the master fish of the tank, that kind of fish where it was like had the long yellow tail. And so those fish just loved going to Matthias. And so he was just kind of blowing them off and that kind of thing. It was very funny. All the fish were surrounding us and it was really wonderful. And then we saw a black tip shark, which are, you know, yay big, black tip on the dorsal fin. And one other shark we saw was a lemon shark. Now that's a big ass shark. You know, we saw, I think it was a 6 to 8 footer. And I really thought if I ever saw a big shark that I'd be really scared. But I wasn't, because the shark was minding its own business and I was minding mine. And so it was all right. And I remember before we went in the water, Matthias was saying, oh, and we're going to see some black tip and lemon sharks. And I said, oh, we might see some. And he said, we will. Or he said, will. The French tend to, instead of the w sound, they do the v sound. And you, they say you. And the R's are R. So it's very fun. And then the next day, we went diving again, but with Monty and Alan as well, including Dad and I. And so that was incredible, doing diving, and we saw way more sharks that time. And it was just, everyone was kind of in their own little area, you know, there's a lot of us, and we're all in our own little area. Just not much, you know, space between us. But we were just going side to side because the current was just carrying us a little farther, and then right back. Farther away, and then right back to where we were. And it was great because we got to see everything without having to put in any effort. And so, oh, and before we went diving that day, Dad and I went jet skiing. And that was really, really fun, going so fast and And 52 was the right way to go. It had different numbers. I'm not sure if it was actually 52 miles per hour, but it said 52 on it. Right at 52 was when the wind really started to blow in your face, and that was fun. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, look over there. You see that? The island. Oh, that's cool. Not putting that much. Anyway, and then the next day we went to Rangiroa, and then we oh yes, we went snorkeling. Right, we went snorkeling, and that was fun. Except one thing that I didn't really care for was that one of the guys was carrying a spear. Like it was like a long spear with like 3 different little sharp things at the edge. And I didn't feel too comfortable being around that guy. So I was like, oh no, he's gonna spear a fish and then he's gonna give it to a shark and attract sharks. And I was like, I don't want to see, I don't like that kind of adventure. And so I was kind of moving towards one of the other directors. And then I was like, oh, I haven't seen Monty, Alan, or Dad in a little while. So I turned around and I was next to this ball with a chain on it, this floating ball. But the ball was all kind of, lots of, looked very old, and probably coral or something, or moss, whatever it was. And it cut me. But that was a couple days ago, so it's healing. And then that's all we did. Oh, and we got, yeah, that was all we had. Oh, no, we had coconut bread, right? Or was that yesterday?
No, that was, you're right, that was the day before. That was just when we did the jet skis.
Coconut bread, yes. And the coconut bread was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. And then yesterday, I know, I haven't been videotaping for a while, we went to Pagarama, and that was on 4th of July. Woohoo! Independence Day in America. And so, that we went snorkeling, but the place we went snorkeling was absolutely amazing, because it was all this deep ocean, and then this one really shallow part where in the middle with all this coral and tons of fish. And it was basically where all the little fish go, and then when they get older, they go to the big sea, which is just over the edge. It was just incredible because it was like the short place with all these fish, and then it just dropped off to the big deep ocean. It was absolutely incredible. So many fish I saw. A trumpet fish, a bright yellow one. I saw this one fish that really caught my eye. That was, it looked like a combination between a clownfish and a dory fish, which is a fish from Finding Nemo. I'm not sure the name of that one. A dory fish. And the dory fish, it had the blue tail, the blue face, but it had orange and white stripes on the middle of its body, and I thought that was so cool. Didn't get a picture of that one, but it also had purple coral and fire coral. Is like this yellow coral with white tips on it, and our guide was very, very good. What was his name? Sebastian. Yes. And so he was very good. He said, oh, follow me. I will show you where all the good fish are. If you don't follow me, you won't see much. And so, because he knew where specific fish were behind certain rocks or around, it was amazing. I think I was taking lots of pictures. The film ran out pretty quick, and there was this one coral where there was like different schools of fish, tons of fish around it, all different colors, and just around this one little piece of coral, and I thought that was amazing. And also, sorry, back to the fire coral. He would go down and point to things like, oh, fire coral, and then he had told us beforehand that it's okay to touch the fire coral with the palm of your hand because it's thicker skin there, and if you touch it, it won't hurt you. But if you touch it with the back of your hand, it's going to burn as if you're touching a hot stove, and it's going to hurt for about an hour. And so I just made sure not to touch that one at all. And it was just, that was definitely the best snorkeling I've ever gone, and just so many fish, so much life down there, so much life. And the water, it's crazy because when you look down, the water looks very blue, but when you look at your hands, you don't look any bluer. It's very neat, like how that is. And then today is the day at sea, in which I saw a movie. Can't remember the name. It was okay. And we are heading to the island. What is this place called?
Tahaha.
Tahaha. The island was like, oh, you know, kind of like, you know, rubbing themselves warm, and I was like, this is so hot. But apparently it was considered a very cold night. Apparently I think 70 degrees is considered very cold. And so that was interesting. And then we went on the ship, and then we had a really late night dinner, and then we went to sleep. And then the next morning we went to Wahine, and they gave keys every day of where we're going, and it was very cool. Dad, Jeff, Mom, and I went on a safari adventure in which we were learning about the different, we went on Wahine, and we went on the different cultural sites, and there was so many sites in which the natives had their temples and everything, and it was very, very interesting. And I remember one thing he said is that if you see rocks that are in a line, he said that it's most likely a site, because he said, you know, God doesn't put rocks in line, humans do. And so that's when you can figure out it's a temple site. And then we went to this one place, it was absolutely incredible. This temple site, it was just rocks, but this humongous tree. And it was like a Tarzan tree. And like it had swings hanging from it, you know, ropes that were strong enough to hold as vines. And so I kind of swung from it. I have that in another tape.